Alright YouTube, what I got here is the whole front end suspension kit for the Caprice. Everything gonna be under there brand new. I'm swapping it all out. Inner and outer control arms. You know, we got the bars, head control, sway bar. We got everything in there. Everything brand new in the wrapper. I'm about to swap everything out. Make sure my joint running nice and tight. You know, this is what's going to be essential. So when I upgrade to the next set of wheels and all that other stuff, my camber will be on point, and I won't have to worry about anything crazy, man. All this old material that's under there, I'm about to swap all that old metal out for something fresh. You know, got the whole bar. My bar straight, but hey, all new material up in it. So I'm gonna show y'all when I get everything put in there. We even got this joint right here. Not typical, but a lot of people don't swap it out, but I'm gonna swap it out anyway. So I got the whole kit. It's for the Caprice, man. You can find this joint on a couple different websites where you can buy everything at one time. You know, came in that little box right there. But hey, I'm about to start taking all that stuff off and swapping it out. So I'll see y'all in a minute. So what up YouTube, man? Your man went shopping, man. I went out there, had to go to Lowe's, go to AutoZone, pick up some new parts. So, you know, I gotta get this front end suspension like I showed you in the last video, all them parts that's coming through. I needed some new stuff to get some things done. So what I did, because I didn't have one of these grinders, man, but all these videos I've been watching, you guys got them joints. So I got one of these grinders right here from Porter Cable, 7.5 joint with an extra wheel. I needed a new drill, man. I had the battery powered one, man, but the batteries, man, they just stopped working on me, so I had to cop me a new drill. I'm working on that suspension, right? So what I did was when I was watching these YouTube videos, man, I noticed that they had this a lot of different ways to get them bottom ball joints out, man, because they pressed into place. So I looked it up, and this person was like, yo, you can rent these joints from the auto parts store. So I went down to YouTube. I went down to AutoZone and picked up one of these joints, man. I rented it from them. Ain't that much, man. You know, you just pay for it in advance, use that joint and take it back, get all your money back. So that's it. Need to get some penetrating oil so I can just spray it on it before I drop it down. Then I got me a couple other parts, man. I got me a nice little breaker bar. Needed one of them joints. Got me some extensions, and I got me a little 1/2 inch step down to a 3/8, so I can be able to fit these other pieces on there. And these bolts I got right here, and I got me some pieces for my Dremel, little cutoff wheels. You know, smaller joint from the grinder, just so I can use that. Some gloves. Oh, then I had to go over to Lowe's, right? Pick up some of that other stuff, man. Got me a nice little 4-pound little sledge joint. Got me a prop bar right here so I can use that when I'm popping off them joints. Now these, I got one of these joints right here. These are my Lifetime joints from Duralast, little C-Max joint, these ceramics. So it come with everything up in here. You know, come with your grease and all that other stuff. Come with your little parts right here. You know, so they good money, because what I did was I actually swapped my rotors out. I put them on the drill slotted rotors. So I'm going to show you those. I just swapped them out too. So I'm swapping those out with the front end kit. So I went ahead and got me those full, you know, ceramics. Lifetime kit. I figured it's worth it. Pay a little bit of money on it, but it's good to go. Then I sat there and got me some spray paint so I can go ahead and get started with this bottom end. You know, it's undercarriage, get it all nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and grind it down, sand it, you know, get it all nice and smooth so I can go ahead and start getting that paint and looking nice. So I got me 6 cans of black, 2 cans of primer, 2 cans of that silver metallic, and this little metal plate right here. I got a rust section right under my battery plate. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that rust section out and then, you know, place this new plate in there. I ain't caught me a welder yet, so what I'm going to do is, that's why I got these little bolts right here. I'm going to go ahead and just like bolt it up real quick, you know, seal it up with the silicone. Maybe just give it a coating just so it can be straight. And then once I cop that welder, I'm going to go ahead and weld the joint in place for permanent use. But, you know, I figured it's a good fix. It ain't such a big spot. I had to get some silicone, right? Because I got a leak in my trunk. Just and it's coming from that from under that little plate that's in between the trunk and the rear window. So I had to get some silicone. I'm going to go ahead and seal that up and everything like that. Make it straight. But, you know, these are the goodies I just had to go pick up. Just about everything on here. Well, yeah, put like this, everything in this joint I'm keeping, except for that joint in the middle. That joint's going right back after it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and film the work on this suspension, so you know everybody can see it. Cause there's a lot of joints out there for suspension upgrades and anything. Well, I should say not upgrades, but updates. But they ain't got one for the box Chevys, so I figured I'd put one out there so y'all can see what's going on with it. All right, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a few. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I already took the wheels off and everything like that. While I'm under here, like I said, I'm gonna spray paint some things. So what I did was I already cleaned off my caliper and hit it with the primer. You know what I'm saying? I made sure I taped off the little cylinder. I don't want to paint nothing on that joint. See, I replaced these calipers maybe about a year ago because I had thought the calipers were sticking. Come to find out, it was this thing called a proportioning valve. It was old, you know, the car, you know, from 1990, so it kind of got froze up on me, and that's what happened. So I actually had to replace both front calipers because I thought that was the issue. Then I finally figured out it was a proportioning valve. So they pretty much fresh. I'm just getting my new painted coat, hit them with the silver so they can be nice and shiny. They'll be good to go. What I did right here is the first one right here, I kind of just hit it with the primer so y'all can see it. That's the top ball joint right there. Now what you can see right there is the rivets that are in there. It's actually there's 4 of them all together. I already shaved one of them down, and I hit it with a little penetrating oil beforehand, so I let that thing sit there. The penetrating oil is flammable, so y'all gotta make sure that y'all let it sit in there, so you ain't gotta worry about it being no issues. Let it soak in and do its thing. So I did it to both sides so far. So you know, I got the brakes and everything covered up here. Like I said, I did the rotors on that joint, so I dropped the drill slotted joints on here, so I just put them on there. Got me some fresh pads. Those are old joints right there, you know. So but yeah, the drill slotted rotors, man, make sure them lines lay into it. That's the right way. Give you little diagrams and everything. It's pretty simple. All you do is knock off this cap right here, take the cotter pan out, take the bolt off, pull it all off, pack it back in with some gear grease, and you'll be good to go. You can use the old stuff if you want to. You can get some fresh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with this grinder right here. I already hooked it up, you know. Boom, got the grinder. So I'm about to go ahead and hit those top halves off before I hit it with hit it with the pry bar so I can pull it off. Like I said, the replacements, they come with bolts so you can pop them back in. But these will be your ball joints. If you ever thinking about upgrading for them new sets of wheels, you might as well get these things done. All the stuff you had on your car is from the date that it was made. So give it some fresh stuff. Update it. Alright, catch you back on as soon as I get back to it. I don't know why that phrase just works. Alright, so what I did was I already ground the heads off of it, as you can see right here. Now what you can look at is that those little pivots there, you got them, so I can point these joints out for you. Like right here, and right here. Same thing over here and right here. So if you don't have a torch or you don't want to drill them out, what I'm just using right now is the 5-pound or the 4-pound sludge joint. And what I did was I took one of those old crowbars that you find on any of the old cars, cut the curve off of it so I can use that as a nice little chisel tip. Throw it right up in here, as you can see. Boom. And as I tap it in, it's going to keep pulling this thing out till I pop the rivets off. Alright, just wanted to show y'all that right there. So camera's kind of wobbly, but what I'm saying is holding it with one hand. Chisel, right in here. Pop it, keep going, all the way around. You're going to pop all the rivets off, and that's going to take off the top ball joint. Alright, so I just knocked it out. Here it is right here. It's the old one. Old ball joint. I guess I'll zoom back at it. You can see where I just handed off, grind it down. But basically, once you do that, the penetrating oil, just let it slip out. I just kept tapping it until I wedged it out. Those are the rivets right there. I'm gonna knock those out, and then, like I said, the replacement comes with bolts. You just screw those right down. All right. Now, when I did grind it, you can see those little marks. Her dad did hit the little frame a little bit, but it ain't nothing to mess it up. All right. Alright, so here we go. One of the finished products, drill slotted rollers. I actually painted that caliper silver, after I primed it, there it is. Did all the black under the car. Just gave it a fresh coat and I dusted it down. I ain't grind the metal down to bare metal. What I did was I just, dusted and brushed it down. And took all the crazy grime off, threw a coat of primer and left it on there. I ain't really take it down to bare metal because that stuff was sprayed on there to keep it from rusting anyway. I live up in Pennsylvania, so, stuff can get rusty, man, because it get nice up and wet and cold out this jank. And the snow and salt, man, don't treat these cars right. So I left it on there and I just piled some black on top of it with a little primer. There's my finished product on my bricks and rotor job, man, with the suspension. I ain't did the other side yet. But that's the first side right there. Calipers and everything. I'll cut you on in a few minutes. Alright, so there's the undercarriage right here. I did everything. Lower ball joints, upper ball joints, got the end in the middle. Fresh metal all the way across. Y'all can hear me? Yeah. So everything's over there so you can see it. Upper and lower is all done. Then what I did, like I said, I hit it with a coat of that black gloss. So it cleaned it up. I used that grinder, man. I'm telling you, that's one of my new best friends. That's where that thing worked lovely. You know? So yeah, that's my undercarriage right now. Right here. Alright. So yeah, that's one more right there. Alright, yeah, undercarriage. Look at me. Shining, look good. All that rust, you know, I done grind it down. Rub it off, whatever's there. I make sure I hit it with the grinder. Got most of that heavy stuff off. Whatever was left over, you know, it just pivots. But looks better, man. Looks way better. So here's everything here. You know, this will get covered up once I get that gap filler. You know, the plastic little gap filler that go in between the bumper and you know the car. But there you go. I still got some cans left, you know, this is just the front end section. But for the most part, that's everything, man. So it's all swapped out. Everything looking nice and neat and good. There you go, that's a better view. That's that. Hey, since I'm riding on them Steelers, I said, why not update those two? Took my time, hit them with a coat of that black, man. Instead of them looking all grayish, brownish black, I did it with the coat. Now I gotta hit these other parts. Nothing too major, but something. Alright, y'all.